What's up guys, Blade Master here, bringing you yet another Total War Attila online battle. This matchup is another matchup between me and Houseplant. I have taken the Western Roman Empire in this matchup, and Houseplant has taken the Alliance. We're fighting in plains. I wanted to take the Western Roman Empire because I don't know how I missed these guys before, but I just noticed the Armigeri Defensores, and they look really good, you guys. I mean, look at the stats on these guys. They're 425 talents, 40 melee attack, 40 weapon damage, 55 melee defense, and 122 armor, 57 morale. I guess the morale is kind of weirded out because the general's nearby, but they have okay morale, whatever. Pretty decent armor as well, so it looks like everything's going for them at this price. They seem like a perfect replacement for the Protectores Domestici. Of course, all of this can change in the next couple of days because the new patch is hitting tomorrow. At the time that I'm recording this, but if the attacking testudo is fixed, then I guess the Protectores Domestici will be slightly better than these guys, but I don't know, man. These guys look so good. 40 melee attack for a unit that costs 425 talents and is super tanky as well. That's that's a deadly combination. So I brought 4 of these guys. I've brought a total of 3 Elite Palatina again. That's these guys are units that I almost always bring with my Western Roman armies. Decent units, very expensive though, but very high in their melee attack. I've also brought 3 Foederatores as pretty poor skirmish, long-range skirmish contingent. I brought 1 noble Foederati javelinman and 2 levis armature. Very interested to see how these noble Foederati will do. Very expensive, 800 talents, but they have the 32 or 24/8 spear, which gives them I believe it's a 20 bonus versus cavalry in melee, and on top of that, their javelins have an excellent attack against cavalry, so they're basically amazing cavalry killers, and I think it's a pretty good idea to bring them since Western Romans have terrible cavalry options compared to the noble Alani of the Alliance. I've also brought 2 Scolae Palatinae and 2 Equites Promoti on my flanks, and 2 Cataphractari. My slingers are getting destroyed by the amazing skirmish component of Houseplant. He's brought 2 Germanic bows, 3 Germanic archers, and 2 Germanic hurlers, so super heavy on the skirmish component. He's brought 2 noble Alani cavalry, whom he's kept very far away from reinforcements, which is an interesting tactic. He's also brought a couple of noble Germanic horsemen, whom he's kept much closer to his lines, and a total of 2 noble Alani in the center. Of course, he's brought, he should be bringing some Elite Agathersai. 2 Elite Agathersai in the center. Also, a total of 4 Sarmatian Warband and an Alani general. So I'm moving up close in front. He looks like he's going to be winning the skirmish battle anyway, so I'm going to use the time that he's taking to fire into my Germanic hurlers to move up with the rest of my army. Setting attack orders with my Scolae Palatinae onto his noble Alani. They're super far away from the rest of his line. I'm also engaging a lot of his line with my Equites Promoti here, holding them down, although not a good idea since my infantry reinforcements are so far away. I have popped Rapid Advance to counteract the negative charge speed that hurlers have. Also charging in with my Cataphractari and destroying his Germanic bows, and then pulling through them and getting a clean charge on a lot of these Sarmatian Warband, which is going to be pretty key. Also, my Elite Palatina finally arrived here. His Germanic hurlers are going to die, but he's going to eventually win out that battle since the Equites Promoti won't be able to do much. Scolae Palatinae here, attacking the noble Alani, got rear charged, I guess, but either ways it's a fairly even fight. I guess the noble Alani didn't get a proper charge in, and now these levis armature are just going to slaughter all of them there. Here my Equites Promoti going to throw a javelin in there, and then my noble Foederati javelin man. I hope they do well. You can see the noble Alani cavalry getting slaughtered, but my Equites Promoti, of course, are going to get slaughtered as well. My Scolae Palatinae here charging in. I think they didn't get a charge on those noble Germanic horsemen, but my Elite Palatina are much closer. Here, huge blob, 2 Armigeri Defensores against 1 Elite Agathersai and a noble Alani along with the Cataphractari. My general just passes straight through the Germanic bows and charges right into Germanic or Sarmatian Warband. His Alani general have come in here. They're going to charge into my levis armature, but that's kind of okay with me because I've got this Elite Palatina here, full strength, going to rear charge these guys. Hopefully they'll be able to get a lot of kills very quickly. Levis armature destroyed that flank over there. And he's going to pull through with his Alani general, but he's going to take some casualties in the process. My noble Foederati just slaughtered that noble Alani cavalry. They're already at a single experience share, around 43 kills, basically destroyed everything in their path. My Magister Militum going to take a ton of damage from these Germanic archers, although they are very low on in ammo. Charged in with my very low on health Equites Promoti, held down his Alani General. He just about manages to escape, but my Elite Palatina probably is getting some pretty decent kills in there. Levis Armaturae got charged in, but it wasn't a great charge from the Noble Alani. Elite Palatina here getting rear charged. The Sarmatian Warband we're going to lose that battle, but I've come in with a consecutive charge in with my Elite Palatina onto his Alani General, and that's going to be a pretty precarious position for his general. Speaking of precarious positions for generals, my Magister Militum is down to 28 units, but this Noble Foederati Javelin should be able to destroy this flank, killing off the Noble Germanic Horseman, and then I should be able to free up the extra Scolae Palatinae before too long. Armigeri Defensores, or sorry, Elite Palatina are going to do very well against those Sarmatian Warband there. Germanic archers just slaughtering my Magister Militum. They're almost out of ammo though, and here I'm coming in with a rear charge onto Elite Agathersai with very depleted Cataphractari. Still Elite Agathersai, because they're medium melee infantry and they don't have much armor, it means that they're going to take a lot of casualties there. Elite Palatina somehow managed to defeat, well, it makes sense. They got a rear charge on the Elite Alani, or on the Alani General, and they are at a double experience chevron here. His Noble Alani Cavalry going to come in on a charge onto my Armigeri Defensores. They've gotten 119 kills. They've done very well. These guys also, the Armigeri Defensores here, 66 kills with a single experience chevron. He has one basically full strength Noble Alani at 42 men. It's a big problem, except I have too many units right now for them to really make any sort of impact. They charged in, they can't pull out, and now my Magister Militum have caught them, and I'm going to bring the shit ton of infantry that I have still to just basically destroy them. Elite Palatina here, I think Elite Palatina did very well for me in this game. The Armigeri Defensores also put up a very good fight. For 425 talents, having so many units left at the end of the battle is a huge deal. I think these guys are an excellent infantry option, and I completely forgot about them earlier on. So I managed to win with the Western Roman Empire against the Alans. I deserve some sort of trophy for that. You guys want to send a trophy or donate to a trophy through my Patreon, which I don't have, then that'll be very, very much appreciated. Equites Promoti, pretty big disappointment. Scolae Palatinae as well. But can't really blame them, because all I did was charge in with the Equites Promoti and then use the Javelin men to fire their javelins and kill off the Noble Alani Cavalry. Noble Foederati with a double experience chevron. They did amazing. But it's a huge risk bringing them. You know, one cavalry charge and they're destroyed. That's it. They did well, and I guess that they clearly helped me win that game, because they defeated a Noble Alani, destroyed another Noble Germanic Horseman by themselves, and you know that basically won me the match. Also, these Elite Palatina did well, and the Armigeri Defensores. What a great unit! I think I should do a unit review on these guys. Very, very good unit. I hope CA doesn't change their stats or something. They're a much needed infantry force in the otherwise lackluster Western Roman Empire roster. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this battle. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more. Peace.